The Zone is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means. Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time. A night to remember.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
Every time I died, wow, they just printed me out again. And everyone asks, what's it feel like to die?
Our survival is in the balance.
I got a job to do.
Mickey 17.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy. The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this.
Weigh in, live on DAZN. And now let's welcome to the scale, Adi Oladipo. His official weight, 222 pounds.
Thomas, thank you very, very much. But I've been told I'm no longer needed
because a certain Martin Bakole is on his way here. Look, no more dramas, please. We've had a drama-filled week. You know what to do, right? Let's do this. Let's check in.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we gather to witness an epic rivalry between two titans, where the stage transforms into a battlefield. Let the spectacle begin!
We're back at the fountains for the final time this week. It is weigh-in day today, day 4, so we're one sleep away from the big one on Saturday. Welcome to the last crescendo. Welcome to what is still the greatest fight card ever. I am Adi Oladipo, joined by a couple of former world champions, Darren Barker, Sergio Mora. Sky, we're going to get to, but there has been a lot going on in the last 24 hours. Fights being potentially postponed, fighters waiting on the sidelines to see what happens, fighters jumping on aeroplanes. Let's go to Chris Mannix on stage for the latest. Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Adi. It has been a wild week here in Riyadh. On Wednesday, Josh Padley stepped in and surprised everyone by being on weight and ready to take on Shakur Stevenson for the 135-pound championship. On Thursday, Martin Bakole said, hey, I will do you one better. With Daniel Dubois forced out of this fight, Bakole said, I am ready to step in. I will fight Joseph Parker on 2 days' notice. Now, I'm told right now, Martin Bakole is in the air. He has to connect through Ethiopia. He will get in here to Riyadh at about 2 o'clock in the morning. He will report to the arena in the early afternoon. He will try to pull off what has to be one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing history. So Martin Bakole in and trying to show everybody this is why he's one of the most avoided fighters in all of boxing.
Wow, what a crazy week it's been. Josh Padley coming in with Floyd Schofield, and we thought that was that, right? When Josh Padley came in, we thought that was that. You know, I have to be honest, when I got the Daniel Dubois news, or at least murmurings of the news, I thought it was gamesmanship. I thought, okay, because we saw Daniel Dubois here for the workouts. I thought he was fine, Sergio. All of a sudden, we get to a stage where we have to find a replacement. What a replacement we found.
It's a theater of the unexpected, as Larry Merchant would say, and that's the thing about boxing. You know, you have to make weight, you have to promote the fight, you have to travel across the world. This is a new normal now, and fighters need to understand that. If you want the big purses, you want the big fights, you want the big stage, you're gonna have to do what's necessary, and this is what was necessary. But big credit to Martin Bakole for doing that, and of course Joseph Parker, willing to take anyone as long as the show goes on.
Yeah, well done, and big credit to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh that's pulled this one off. Spencer Brown, the manager of Joseph Parker, that's been willing to put his guy up against what I think is the boogeyman in the heavyweight division. He is a big heavyweight, and I say this because, I mean, against Carlos Takam, he was 299 pounds. Against Jared Anderson, he was around 284 pounds. He's going to be tipping the scales, I'm guessing, around 320 pounds, Darren.
I would say they're thereabouts. He's an absolute nightmare. You said it there, the bogeyman of the division. Is this smart, though, from Parker? Because this is probably the best time to be fighting Martin Bakole. You know, for me, you just got to see here, completely destroyed Jared Anderson, absolutely battered him from pillar to post. He's so unorthodox, along with the size. He's a nightmare for any heavyweight.
Going to, right? It's what I do. If this was a 12-week fight camp for Martin Bakole, who is favorite? Is Martin Bakole favorite over Joseph Parker if they both had the same fight camp?
Absolutely, and I think he's still favorite under 5 rounds. He's a dangerous man. The thing about Martin Bakole, a style like his, he waits in the center of the ring. He's not going to go following around. That's one thing. So Parker's going to have to come to him. So Bakole, fast hands, long hands, uppercuts. I mean, he's one of these guys that he could throw punches from every which angle. Whether they're straight, there's the uppercuts, nowhere to hide. That's what makes him so dangerous.
And that's what makes this co-main event so intriguing. Look, it was already intriguing with Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. It certainly hasn't dipped a level. Some are saying it's gone up a level. All right, anyway, I can see a lot of the fighters are ready. All the people on the stage are ready, so let's throw it down to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for the last crescendo, a great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow from A&B Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority GIA, Turkey Al Sheikh. This great event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Bob Aram for Top Rank Incorporated, Gold Star Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, Boxer, World of Boxing, Warriors Boxing, and Sella. Along with their great sponsors, Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Muraba Development Company, Tawuniya, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Altan Feedy. A big thanks to those great sponsors. It will be shown worldwide and in the UK on DAZN, and also in the UK on TNT Sports Box Office and Sky Sports Box Office. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters will be competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. First, we will welcome a native of Chinandega, Nicaragua, now fighting out of Bratislava, Slovakia. He is a veteran of 53 professional bouts. Let's welcome Angel El Cojete Gomez. And now let's welcome undefeated with 2 victories. He hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here is mighty Mohammed Alakil. Welcome to the scale, Angel Gomez. .132.1 for Angel El Cojete Gomez. Now to the scale, Mohammed Alakil. 134.1 for mighty Mohammed Alakil. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest.
Well, Muhammad, fight card of the century in your home country, and you're one of the fights opening the show. Any nerves for you coming into this fight?
No nerves. One night to go, less than 24 hours to go, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to putting on a show for my fans, and yeah.
You got the great Joe Gallagher working your corner. Had a chance, too, to work with Roberto Duran during this fight camp. What was that like?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I can show you Saturday night what I've learned.
You've got a lot of experienced opponent in front of you on Saturday. What do you want to show in this fight?
Just a skillful performance, hopefully, yeah.
Good luck, Muhammad.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest. We will first welcome from Moana para Brazil, a veteran of 26 professional bouts. Let's welcome Jonatas de Oliveira. And now let's welcome undefeated with 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 win coming by way of knockout. He hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here is Ziad Zizo Almayu. First, we welcome to the scale, Jonatas de Oliveira. $141.8 for Jonatas de Oliveira. Now to the scale, Ziad Almayouf. $143.2 for Ziad Zizo Almayouf. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest.
Well, Zizo, didn't get the result you wanted last time around, but you went to Liverpool for this training camp. Buddy McGirt said you got the best sparring of your career. What kind of fighter are we going to see on Saturday?
Listen, the journey dictates the result, but the result does not dictate the journey. And I'm just enjoying the camp, enjoying the journey, and I want to gift my fight, and I want to gift my win, God willing, to the Saudis, and to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Saudi Founding Day, February 23rd.
How does it feel to be back here fighting one more time?
Long may it continue. You know, when you talk about the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and boxing, you have to talk about Zizo. So I'm here to stay.
Good luck, Zizo.
Thank you, Chris.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it'll be for the WBO interim light heavyweight championship of the world. We will first welcome the challenger from Liverpool, England. He brings a professional record of 30 wins, 2 defeats, 22 of those 30 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former Ring Magazine champion and the former WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Callum Mundo Smith. And now we welcome the defending champion from London, England, a 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 19 wins, 13 of those 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending WBO interim light heavyweight champion of the world, Joshua Buatsi. And we will first welcome to the scale the challenger, Callum Smith. $174.1 for Callum Mundo Smith. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Joshua Buatsi. £175 for Joshua Buatsi.
Joshua Buatsi comes bang on, Darren. Mundo Callum Smith, nearly a pound light.
It's a brilliant fight, this, Ade. It really is. So many variables to how this fight could be won and lost. Is Callum Smith just too experienced, too seasoned? Is this the night that Joshua Buatsi is going to show us what he's all about? Show us that promise. This one is a cracker and one not to be missed.
Yeah, so much on the line as well for the winner. The winner could be in line to face the winner of the main event as well. So look, it's not just British bragging rights. We are talking world title implications for both as well. Should be an incredible fight. Let's hear it from the challenger, Callum Smith, former ring recognized #1 at 168 pounds. Let's hear what he has to say with Todd Grisham.
One of the best light heavyweights in the world today. Your only loss is to the cream of the crop, Canelo Alvarez and Artur Beterbiev. What do you say to those who believe for Buatsi this could be the passing of the torch moment?
Tune in tomorrow night and you'll see.
Are you impressed with what you've seen from Buatsi? Is he on your level?
Yeah, he's a good fighter, but I've said all along I believe I'm better and I get the chance to show that.
I know in your past training camps, specifically against Canelo Alvarez, you felt you weren't at your best. Will you be at your best tomorrow night?
Yeah, most definitely.
And what do you have to do to win?
Just be me, turn up, perform the way I know I can, and I'm good enough to get the job done.
Good luck, Callum. Let's send it over to Chris.
Well, Joshua, the talk is almost over, almost time to get into the ring. How are you feeling going into this fight?
Feeling good. I'm looking forward to it. But you're right, the talk's almost over, so it's time to fight.
You came up alongside Callum Smith for many years, watched him for many years. Did you envision fighting him in the past?
First part of the sentence, not true. Did I envision him? Possibly, but now it's real.
This promotion has been very respectful between you two guys, but what is this fight going to look like in the ring?
I think everyone knows what to expect, so we wait till tomorrow.
Good luck, Joshua.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the vacant WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome from Bochum, Germany, undefeated with 25 wins, 17 of those 25 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former two-time EBU European champion and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC, Agit Kabayel. And now let's welcome, fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA, by way of Shenzhou, China, a 2008 Olympic silver medalist, now has a professional record consisting of 27 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 22 of those 27 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO interim world champion and the #2 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Chalet Big Bang Zhang.
I'm ready. Saturday. I bang you. Not it.
Chinese power. Bang, bang, it's the big bang time. Bang, bang, who's that Chinese man? Bang,
and we will first welcome to the scale, Agit Kabayel. 241 pounds for Agit Kabayel. Now to the scale, Chalet Zhang.
Who's that Chinese man? Bang, bang, coming straight out of New York. Bang, bang, ain't got no time to talk. Bang, bang, it's the big bang time. Bang, bang.
287.5 for Chalet Big Bang Zhang. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship.
Big difference in weight between these two, but skills pay the bills, Sergio.
Yes, they do. And look, the thing about Kabayel, he's not going to stand in front of this big man. He's going to outweigh him by so much. He's going to be taller. He's going to be longer and stronger. Both these guys can punch, but the Big Bang has a mean right hook. So you got to stay away from that. I think Kabayel served him right to get on the inside. He's an excellent body puncher like he proved against Frank Sanchez. This guy needs to get in there and get the respect, but get it to the body against Big Bang.
Underrated, Agit Kabayel, Darren, for some reason, even though he's coming off a big win against Frank Sanchez.
Yeah, but a very, very good fighter. I think for him to win this fight, we're going to have to name him Agility Kabayel.
I like
pretty good. You should have saved that bullet for tomorrow.
Yes, he wasted all your good stuff. All right, let's hear from Agit Kabayel, unbeaten Agit Kabayel. He's putting in his trainers, I can see. He's with Todd Grisham.
Agit Kabayel, you've had 25 professional fights. Where would you rank Chalet Zhang amongst your opponents?
Yes, it's another big challenge wait for me Saturday. I'm ready for the next challenge. Let's go.
We heard yesterday he said he was going to bang you, and then you said you were going to bang him. But can you really stand and trade with somebody who outweighs you as much as he does?
I said this yesterday. Tomorrow we will see he bang me or I bang him.
One of the two. I know Germany's been waiting for a world heavyweight champion for a long time. Your country's behind you. They think you are the next guy to do it. What's your message to your German fans?
All my German fans, all my Kurdish fans, support me. Inshallah, tomorrow we will be world champion. Inshallah.
Best of luck. Chris?
Well, Chalet, you were bouncing around here on the stage. After weighing in, you look like you're in a pretty good mood. How are you feeling going into this fight?
称重之后感觉心情很好，现在感觉怎么样？
现在心情更好，因为称重结束之后，然后意味着比赛马上就要来临。
Feel even better after the weigh-in. The show is on.
This guy's a very active guy in the ring, moves around a lot. What's the key for you to tracking him down?
对方的移动很多，那你有什么招呢？
我没有招，我的招就是随着他的招而变。
Oh, I have to be like water, have no key. Everything is my key.
What's your prediction for this fight?
KO, knockout, 3.
Thanks, Alalek.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC Interim Super Welterweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome the challenger from Khiva, Uzbekistan, a stellar amateur with over 300 victories. He now has a professional record consisting of 10 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 7 of those 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Israel, the Dream Madrimov. And now we welcome the defending champion from Grand Prairie, Texas, USA. He brings an undefeated record with 22 wins, 21 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC Interim Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Virgil Ortiz Jr. We will welcome first to the scale the challenger, Israel Madrimov. $152.1 for the challenger, Israel, the Dream Madrimov. And now to the scale, the defending champion, Virgil Ortiz Jr. $153.1 for the defending champion, Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Sergio, both fighters underweight. Madrimov under by a couple of pounds, Virgil Ortiz under by a pound. What do you take away from that?
Now they're in incredible shape. Virgil Ortiz normally looks a little bit soft around the waist. He has that soft body look, even though he's so strong. You can tell that he's in the best shape of his life, and Madrimov always comes muscular and prepared and in shape. Man, this is as good as it gets. This fight right here might steal the night. You're hearing it all the time because styles make fights. This is intensity at its best.
Yeah, the face-off is intense as well. This is gonna go off from the very first bell. Two completely different styles, two fantastic 154-pounders, Darren.
Yeah, clash of styles, like you say, but they're definitely going to gel. We know Virgil Ortiz, we know exactly what he's about. He's in your face, he works the body so well. Israel Madrimov, he can do a bit of everything. He can be classy, he can be flashy when he wants, but he can get stuck in, as we see against Kurbanov. It's a brilliant contest.
All right, let's hear from Israel Madrimov first. He's with Todd Grisham.
Standing by here with Israel Madrimov, your last fight, a razor-close decision loss to Terrence Crawford. How difficult do you expect this fight to be compared to that fight?
Yeah, this fight different, but Virgil is top guy, top fighter, very aggressive fight. I think it's very interesting fight, inshallah.
He has got a lot of hype coming around him. Do you think he is as good as everybody seems to think that he is?
Много хайпа вокруг него. Ты думаешь, он настолько хорош, как о нем говорят?
We are sure. We are see tomorrow, inshallah.
Okay, there you go. In his last fight, he got dropped a couple of times. You lost a close decision win in your last fight. How aggressive are you going to be in going for a knockout?
Ты проиграл решение, последний бой, он упал 2 раза. Насколько агрессивным тебе нужно быть в бою, чтобы выиграть?
First of all, I won't come back belt, inshallah, tomorrow. My mind is only thinking victory.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Israel Madrimov. Over to Chris.
Well, Virgil, you were here back in November for Golden Boy's Latino Night. You were excited about getting this kind of opportunity to fight here in Riyadh. How are you feeling now that it's almost here?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for whatever comes tomorrow night, and I'm just ready to get it on.
You've got a full year of fighting in this junior middleweight division under your belt now. How much more comfortable do you feel now than you did when you first started this campaign?
You know what? I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, I feel 100% ready physically, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. And that's it. We're going to see it tomorrow night.
This guy fought a pretty competitive fight against Terrence Crawford back in the summer. When you watched that, did you see things in his game that you can take advantage of?
I mean, everyone's going to have some chinks in the armor. You know, I'm not Crawford. So, I mean, different ones can come up for me, and it'll be up to me to expose them.
Your fight against Sergey Boachuk was widely considered the fight of the year in 2024. Do you think this fight has that potential?
It has the potential. It for sure has the potential to steal the show, too.
Good luck, Virgil.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it'll be for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Ilford, Essex, England. He is undefeated with 21 wins, 17 of those 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former EBU European, Commonwealth, and WBC silver champion, and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Hamza Shiraz. And now let's welcome the defending champion from Elías Piña en la República Dominicana. His professional record, 24 wins, just 1 defeat, 18 of those 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC middleweight champion of the world, Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames. And first to the scale, we welcome the challenger, Hamza Shiraz. 159 pounds for the challenger, Hamza Shiraz. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Carlos Adames. 158.1 for the defending world champion, Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest for the WBC.
Adames, a couple of pounds under the 160-pound limit. This one's got a lot of heat between these two down, a lot of heat.
Yeah, they're just two extremely confident fighters that believe this is their time. This is arguably, for me, the fight that will steal the show. Two tremendous fighters, so much self-belief with themselves and the teams. It's brilliant. Sherif stepping up levels. He's ready for the step up, but Adames got too much about him right now. Brilliant fight.
Let's hear from the challenger, Hamza Sherif. He's with Todd Grisham.
Hamza, the last year of your career has been outrageous. Congratulations on all your success, but there are some of those out there that feel this fight might be too much too soon. What do you say to them?
Listen, I only have one word to say, inshallah. See you tomorrow night. Thank you very much.
All right, Hamza Sherif.
You've had a big smile on your face all week long. One of the happiest guys I've seen to be here. You said you're going to knock this guy out. You said you're going to decapitate him. Why are you so confident coming into this fight?
Tú tienes la semana entera sonriendo, súper feliz. Tú has dicho que lo va a decapitar, que lo va a noquear. ¿Por qué tú estás tan confiado?
Por mi trabajo, por mi forma de pelear, por mi forma de brindarle espectáculo al público, por el tipo de peleador que soy, yo pienso que será un peleador fácil para mí.
I think he will be an easy fighter for me because of my hard work, my work ethic, my ability, and all my camp process.
It's a big, tall guy across from you. What's going to be the key to knocking him out?
Es un tigre alto y grande. ¿Cuál es la clave para noquearlo?
Ya eso lo repetí anterior, los cocos son más altos y los tumbamos, a él también.
I already said this before. Coconuts are higher and we still take them down, so I'll do the same to him.
He's got the size. You've got the experience. You've fought a lot of good guys in your career. Can that experience be an advantage?
Él tiene el tamaño, pero tú tienes la experiencia. Tú has peleado con muchos buenos peleadores. ¿Esa experiencia es una ventaja para ti?
Exacto, esa es mi ventaja, esa es mi clave, tener esa experiencia, saber que enfrenté grandes peleadores, de grande nombre, grandes rivales y no han podido vencerme. No creo que él pueda vencerme.
Yeah, my experience is my advantage. Knowing that I faced big fighters, big names, that's the key for me to win.
Good luck, Carlos.
Thank you.
Wow, great fight, isn't it? Honestly, it's a 50-50 fight, just like the one previous. Who are you picking in this one, Sergio?
I'm going with Sherif by knockout. I think Adames is, he's going to want to get on the inside. He's going to want to be the smaller fighter, bang the body, loop the top. But I think Sherif catches him on the inside. I think a new star is going to be born tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow it will be a battle of the undefeated 12-round scheduled for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. We will welcome first the challenger, fighting out of Doncaster, Yorkshire, England, undefeated with 15 wins, 4 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is the highly ranked and undefeated challenger, Josh Padley. And now let's welcome the defending champion, fighting out of Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, USA. A 2016 Olympic silver medalist, now undefeated with 22 wins, 10 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a 3-weight world champion. And tomorrow, the reigning and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson. We will welcome to the scale first, the challenger, Josh Padley. £134 for the undefeated challenger, Josh Padley. Now to the scale, the undefeated defending champion, Shakur Stevenson. $134.1 for the defending world champion, Shakur Stevenson.
The journey of fighters is so different, and it's apparent here. You got Josh Padley, who was working on Monday and got the call. I don't think Shakur Stevenson had a full-time job apart from boxing. Incredible story.
It is nuts. From building sites at the greatest stage of all in the matter of hours. What an incredible story this is, and what a remarkable story it could be. This would be one of the biggest upset in boxing if Padley was to pull this off. He believes himself, form is good, but Sergio is in with a very, very good fighter.
It reminds me of another time where there was a late replacement in Andy Ruiz when he fought Anthony Joshua. You know, he got that call of a lifetime, that Rocky Balboa moment. That man right there has the Rocky Balboa moment. Padley against what I think is Apollo, someone hard to hit, a boxer, someone slick. This is gonna be good as long as it lasts, but I don't think it goes the distance.
I feel like all the pressure is on Shakur Stevenson, and I think he understands that.
I agree.
Well, when he's trying to rally himself up to get up for this, because it's an important fight for him. Incredible story for Josh Padley. However it goes, let's hear from Josh Padley. He's with Todd Grisham.
All right, here he is, Rocky Balboa himself, about to take on Apollo Creed. Take us back 2 days ago, to those who haven't heard, when you got the call and they said, do you want to fight Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, it's what dreams are made of. Obviously, this is what you're getting for boxing for. World title shot, pinnacle of the sport. I'm going to grab it with both hands.
It's one thing to accept a fight against Shakur, another thing to beat him. How do you knock off one of the pound-for-pound best?
Tune in Saturday night to see it.
Hey, I know there's a lot of people in your hometown who are putting 100 quid on you to win 25,000. What's your message to those that believe in you, the ultimate underdog?
They backed me last time, and we took the bookies to the bank, and we're going to do it again.
All right, well, good luck to you. Chris, over to you.
Well, Shakur, a little back and forth there between you and Josh Padley at the weigh-in. What was your message to him there?
I told him I'm going to beat his ass. It's a lot of energy going on there. He got a lot of energy, so let's settle it in the ring.
It's been a long week for you. I mean, how often during this week did you wonder if you were going to be able to fight at all?
It was a couple of times, but, you know, I stayed focused. I stayed locked in. Opponent switches don't do nothing for me, but, you know, I'm going to shine. I'm coming to shine tomorrow, and tomorrow's my time.
You were preparing for a fight against Floyd Schofield. You get a fighter that fights a very different style than Floyd Schofield. How difficult do you think it's going to be for you to figure him out?
I already told y'all once, I was amateur before, so in the amateurs, you fight any and everybody on different days. This is nothing new for me. I've been here before. It's showtime. Let's do it.
You're a 3-division world champion, the reigning WBC world champion at 135, but last year, as you've said, was a challenging year for you. Is this the kind of fight where you can remind people how great you are?
I promise I'm going to remind them tomorrow. Tomorrow's my time. I'm coming to have fun, and I'm putting belt to ass.
Good luck, Shakur.
I like that line, belt to ass. I think anyone can understand exactly what he's referring to there. Shakur Stevenson, look, fantastic fighter. Look, I'm just happy that he's on the card. It needed a Shakur Stevenson, kind of that cream on top of the cake, and we get it.
Absolutely, you can tell how relieved he is that he actually has a fight, and that's what we gotta credit Padley for this, because Padley's come in to spoil the show, of course, but he's confident in himself. He looks great. He fought not too long ago, so opportunity of a lifetime. We shall see if he finds lightning in a bottle.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event tomorrow, it is scheduled for 12 rounds in the heavyweight division. It will be Martin Bakole taking on from South Auckland, New Zealand. His professional record, 35 wins, 3 defeats, 23 of those 35 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO heavyweight world champion and the current WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world, Lupe Soliai Naauli Ale Maliatoa, a.k.a. Joseph Parker. £267 for Joseph Parker.
What an interesting situation for Joseph Parker. This is the guy that had trained for Daniel Dubois for 3 months. All of a sudden, 2 days out, he gets the boogeyman that is Martin Bakole. This is a tough situation for Parker.
Well, look, when you think you've seen it all in boxing, something like this happens. This is an incredible challenge now that faces the tough Kiwi, the tough Kiwi who's in tremendous form, but you said it numerous times, everybody knows this. Mike Bakole is the bogeyman in this division. He's going to be a real live wire for 4, 5, 6 rounds.
Anthony Yard has joined us in studio as well. He's going to get his insight about this and about Artur Beterbiev. Very quickly on this one. This is strange, Anthony, isn't it? I mean, a late-minute replacement, and it's Bakole.
For Bakole to be a last-minute replacement, it just shows you how great this whole occasion is.
I like it. We keep it nice and simple there because we've got loads more to talk about with you, but let's hear from Joseph Parker. He's with Chris Mannix.
Well, Joe, I can't imagine you've ever weighed in by yourself before, especially not for a fight of this magnitude. What have the last 24 hours been like for you?
You know what? It's been amazing. I mean, to Daniel Dubois, I hope he gets better soon. To Martin Bakole, thank you for taking this fight on short notice. And my team for making this happen. His Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Andy David, and it's great to have the Deputy Prime Minister of New Zealand here to show support as well, and my whole team. But it's been crazy. And I'd like to thank Martin Bakole for taking this fight. I'm looking forward to being in the ring with him tomorrow and going to work.
I think I was among the people, a lot of people that were shocked that you said yes to Martin Bakole, who has emerged as something of a boogeyman in the heavyweight division. Did you have any hesitation about taking this fight?
I wanted this fight. I wanted this fight because I want to challenge myself, and Martin Bakole's right up there. Bring him on.
He's a different type of fighter than Daniel Dubois. You've only had a couple of days to work on the game plan. How much of it changes when it's Martin Bakole across from you and not Daniel Dubois?
There's a few changes that we've worked on last night, spoken about it today, and it's all going to come together tomorrow.
Good luck, Joseph.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. It's like, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. Let's do it. I got a light heavyweight, but it looks like a heavyweight next to me, Anthony, because he looks swollen and solid. Anthony, before we talk about Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, just this, the whole thing. I know as a fighter, you must be desperate to get involved in all of this.
Everything's timing.
Everything's timing,
Everything's
indeed.
timing. When my time does come, I'm ready to show up.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
And you're in a very interesting and all of a sudden stacked division. David Morrell's now in the division. Benavidez is now in the division. Obviously, Buatsi, we'll get to that. But you've got options now. There are a lot of dance partners for Anthony Yard.
And I've proven it time and time again, I'll fight anybody. So I'm a person that believes in entertainment, explosiveness, excitement. Mike Tyson's the reason I got into boxing, so that's my style.
Before I let the guys ask you a few questions, on the first fight with Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol, they think Dimitri Bivol won. Who do you think won that fight?
I disagree, but it was a close fight, very, very close fight. I did have Beterbiev winning, and I think he could have stopped him or got him out there if he went to the body more. But I feel like that's why this fight is such a intense matchup. The first fight, extremely close, brutal chess match. But the next fight, I think it's going to be even more exciting because Bivol's going to have a point to prove.
Yeah.
Is there something in this game plan here against Canelo that he may have to adopt a little bit more against Beterbiev? He boxed really, really well, did Bivol, but some, including myself, feel he could have let more shots go. And in that fight we see there, he did that. Do you think that's the key to success for Bivol?
Beterbiev and Canelo are two complete different fighters. Yeah. Different punch power, different size, different footwork. I feel like if it gets to that situation where they start trading, that's going to favour Beterbiev. So I feel like Bivol was very smart the first fight, and I don't know, man, I'm excited for this next one. I'm excited.
Anthony, you said that you felt that Bivol lost that fight because you're a pressure fighter, you're a strong fighter, you like going for the knockout, so I think you preferred Beterbiev. Boxers like me, Darren, and a lot of other guys prefer the footwork, the jab. What do you think is going to be the difference, or is this fight going to look exactly the same and it's going to be up to the judges?
I just think with Bivol, he's powerful, but he hasn't been known for having a knockout punch. And I feel like even when I fought Beterbiev, I put him on his back foot a lot because I can hit.
Yes,
so I feel like,
yeah, we know that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different, but again, Bivol is a spectacular boxer. His fundamentals are almost perfect. And the question is, can he box and move for 12 rounds instead of 9 like he did last time? That's why it's interesting.
All right, stick with us. It is main event time. They switched MCs as well. Mr. Michael Buffer this time. We are talking the undisputed light heavyweight showdown. Both men are about to weigh in, so let's throw it down to the Hall of Fame MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the last weigh-in for the last crescendo, an evening of world-class and championship boxing for your entertainment like no other, considered to be, from the top to the bottom, one of the greatest cards, if not the greatest card in the history of the sport. Right here in attendance and on the stage this evening, we've already seen the Hall of Fame, past, present, and future. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Bob Arams, Top Rank Incorporated, Gold Star Promotions, World of Boxing, and Silla, and sponsored by the Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Sulaiman Al Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Moruba Development Company, Tawunya, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Al Tanfidi. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring the two fighters fighting for the undisputed title to the stage. This is the moment we've been waiting for, the weigh-in, and then in 24 hours, the main event. So it'll be live, and all these titles are on the line. For the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, and IBA, plus the prestigious Ring Magazine Championship belt. This is the rematch the world has been waiting for the undisputed title. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. First to the stage, the challenger. His record stands at 24 fights, 23 victories, including 12 wins by knockout, and that one defeat. He's looking for revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the former light heavyweight champion of the world, Dimitri his opponent, ladies and gentlemen. His record stands as a perfect one. 21 fights, 21 victories, 20 big wins by knockout, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev. First onto the scales, ladies and gentlemen, he's in the role of a challenger tomorrow night. The former world champion, Bivol. 174.1 pounds for the challenger and former world champion. Next onto the scales, he's the undisputed and undefeated world champion. Once again, the title on the line, all the belts, including the Ring Magazine belt, for undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. 175 pounds for the undisputed world champion, Artur Beterbiev.
They both make the way. Undisputed title fight is on. Terence Crawford, pound for pound superstar, is in the studio with us. Terence, who do you think won the first fight between these two?
I thought it was close, but I get a split decision to Bivol. I thought he boxed real well, but you can't argue with the Beterbiev decision as well.
Both of them feel like they can make adjustments going into this second fight. Who do you think needs to make the most adjustments to get the W?
I think Bivol need to make the most adjustments because later in the rounds he was getting touched a little bit. Even though he was punching a little more, I think he need to do just a little bit more to get the victory.
Darren, this is such an intriguing fight, isn't it? I mean, I almost feel like because of the week, this has almost been forgotten a little bit because of what happened with Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield and Daniel Dubois. This is one of the best fights that can be made in boxing.
Absolutely, and I've not forgotten it. This is a brilliant fight that is what we've been saying all week, round 13. Who's going to make that adjustment? As Terence said there, will it be Bivol? It's incredible, it really is. What a night.
All right, let's hear from the challenger. Strange to say that because he's held belts for so long, but let's hear from Dimitri Bivol. He's on stage with Todd Grisham.
Yeah, it is weird. You haven't been the challenger for a title in over a decade. You're coming off the first loss of your career. How differently does that feel to you heading into a fight?
Now I'm just focused on the fight. I don't try to feel that there is some difference or something new or something old. I said enough this time and I'm just focusing on the fight and I'm looking forward for it.
Yeah, you said you have to do more. What does that mean? What more do you have to do this time?
Everything, just more to win,
Hey, you still got a big crowd here and a lot of support. What's your message to your fans that believe you're going to become undisputed?
Yeah, thank you, guys. Спасибо, ребят, за поддержку. Это мои близкие, мои друзья, моя поддержка. Я им очень благодарен. Я всегда чувствую ее.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Well, Artur, this is our fourth and final interview, I promise, before this fight starts. You got a lot of fans out here in the crowd tonight. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm not bad, thank you. Not bad.
It's only been 133 days since that last fight. That's a fast turnaround, fast comeback for you. Is that a good thing for you?
I hope it's good.
No injuries for you in this training camp. Has that been helpful, not having to deal with any injuries?
Yes, of course, it's good when his camp is going well.
The first fight was incredibly competitive. Are you expecting this fight to look the same?
I hope this fight is gonna be better than first fight.
In what way?
We'll see.
You said you can do a lot of things better in this rematch. What's one thing that you know that you can do better?
Boxing. I try to do boxing. Good boxing,
Good luck, Artur.
Thank you.
Arto's a man of few words, but I don't care. He doesn't need to talk because I know in the ring he delivers and delivers and delivers. And that's the best thing about this fight. These are two fighters, Terence, who don't throw chairs, who don't maybe say the things you shouldn't say, but we know when they get in the ring, they fight.
Correct, correct. You got two talented fighters going head-to-head for the second time. Each one of them know each other a little more, familiar with each other. So it's going to be fireworks come tomorrow.
Who's favorite to win in your eyes?
I think Arthur is favorite, being that he won the first fight. But I think Bivol is no pushover, and he's going to come to fight tomorrow.
You know, every time I speak to Dimitri Bivol, and I say, Bivol, pound for pound #1, he always says you. He always says you. He's one of your biggest fans. He always says that your boxing style is incredible. Do you see a bit of your style in Bivol's style, that kind of punch and move?
Well, you know, boxers, you know, lean
boxers
more,
like boxers?
Yeah, lean more to boxers, so I can see that.
One thing we did see, the scales, Artur Beterbiev, 175 pounds exactly.
On the button.
Am I reading that as the weight was difficult to make as it's going to be because he's a big guy, or is he just perfected making light heavyweight?
Perhaps a bit of both. I think maybe more perfection. You want to be at the top end of the weight, but I don't look into it too much. He looked good on the scales, so did Bivol. It just sets up a fantastic fight now.
You know what, yeah, I'm asking all these Beterbiev Bivol questions. I got Terence Crawford here. Hey, how much you weighing right now, Terence?
I only weigh 160.
He looks small. He looks small. Can I quickly ask about what happened in all your situation? Obviously, it looks like Jake Paul was going to fight Canelo. And I was like, what's going to happen with my boy, Terence Crawford? You are going to fight Canelo in September. We know that. For me, it's the fight of the generation. How excited are you?
I'm very excited, but I'll be more excited closer to the fight.
I'll be overly excited close to fight. All right, we're going to ask Terence a couple more questions, but Chris Mannix is on stage. Chris.
Thank you, Ada. I'm here with Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Guys, wild week so far, wild week. You know, we got Martin Bakole somewhere over Africa right now, getting ready to arrive here in Riyadh to fight Frank. What have the last 24 hours been like for you?
They've been a nightmare for everybody, but we all worked very hard, especially with HE and the team, and we secured a fight. That was the most important thing. It's unfortunate what happened with Daniel, but you can't fight if you're ill. And the British Boxing Board of Control, doctor wouldn't pass him fit to box, so that was that. But look what we've got. We've got a great fight, got a magnificent card. I'm just looking at the two guys just now in the main event. This is something extra, extra special, and I promise you it's going to be one of the best shows ever.
Eddie, there were a lot of options for Joseph Parker. He says yes to Martin Bakole. He told me right here, he said, I wanted that fight. Martin Bakole's the boogeyman of this division. How surprised were you that he said yes?
Someone's made a good decision. Someone's not made a good decision, but they've rolled the dice, and that's what we want from these fighters. I mean, you know, Martin Bakole's going to be Martin Bakole tomorrow night. He's going to be a handful. Parker's had a great camp. He's got to be switched on. You know, I think if he is, I think he'll win the fight. But, you know, this is a hell of a story. We've never seen anything like this before. And standing up there in the head-to-heads, I feel like I've just watched like a year of head-to-heads of world championship fights. This is by far and away the best card we've ever seen. You know, even, you know, you look at Smith and Buatsi up there, both in great condition. Madrimov, Ortiz, Zhang, Kabayel, you know, Zhang's got 48 pounds on him. Josh Padley sticking it to Shakur Stevenson, and Hamza, Frank's guy. That Adamez fight is a breathtaking fight. The jeopardy of now the new heavyweight fight, and of course Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, I think the best fight in boxing. You've never seen anything like this.
Frank, Eddie just ran down the list of all the fights that are here on this card. What's the fight that you're most interested in? What's the fight that's going to keep you in your seat from start to finish?
I think the main event, because I'm a neutral, so I can sit there and enjoy it. But obviously Hamza, that's a magnificent fight. Both of those guys. You know, I look at it. Hamza, we've been on this journey from the beginning, and I believe he has the tools and the ability to do it. But he's in with somebody who's obviously got a lot of confidence, and he feels the same way. One thing's for sure with this fight: whoever comes out of it is going to go on and do even bigger things. It's a quality fight, and the best quality fighter will win it. And then I'm looking at the heavyweight fights, both of those heavyweight fights. You know, we obviously got a lot of skin in the game with the heavyweights. Zhang and Kabayel, that's a 50-50 fight, and they both look extremely well. They're both in good nick. I think we're going to get something a little bit special there with that one. And obviously, just mentioned it earlier on, the one between the guy who's on, hopefully he's past Africa now, he's into Asia on his way here. And, you know, he's got such a thing about him, this guy, and everybody has got this opinion that he's the fighter everybody wants to avoid and worried about him. But Joe Parker asked for him. When there was a list of fights, he said, that's who I want. That's the guy I want, which says a lot about Joe. So we're going to see, we know what Joe's all about, former world champion on a tremendous roll. We're now going to find out what Bakole's all about. Because for me, this is the best fighter he's going to be sharing a ring with up to as yet.
Eddie, you've got skin in the game in the main event. Dimitri Bivol is your fighter. What does he have to do to get a win this time around?
More. You know, I thought he did enough last time, but clearly not. So got to do more, got to close out well, got to throw more punches, and that brings its own danger when you're fighting Artur Beterbiev. You know, listen, I've got to say, all week, I think Dimitri's looked better than I've ever seen him. But then you know, Beterbiev peels the T-shirt off and you just go, this is going to be a hard night's work. You know, you're going to have to produce a thrilling performance from start to finish. Concentration is key. And you're going to have to go through some horrible times. But I believe Dimitri is ready to take this opportunity and become undisputed champion.
Well, Frank, we'll let you get back to checking the tail of Bakole's plane. Make sure he's...
I've got him tracking him. We're
tracking on the Bakole app there. Guys, we'll throw it back up to you.
You know what, yeah, I would normally talk about the card, and I'm going to talk about the card, I promise. Give me a couple of minutes. But just having Terence Crawford here.
How intimidating is it?
It's very scary. Very scary.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I was a little starstruck.
You're a fanboy.
Little starstruck, yeah.
Doesn't that get you excited for September? I know it's far away and Canelo's got another fight coming up, but I get all that. But doesn't it get you excited for what could happen in September?
What a fight.
Yeah.
That's one of those fantasy fights that we're actually going to see in September. You know, and I must say, he looked big. I've fought smaller middleweights than Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, he looks like he's really filling out into the weight.
He looks like a middleweight to me.
Yeah.
But the problem is the fight's a super middleweight.
yeah.
So we'll see. Let's remind ourselves, we're speaking about Canelo, let's remind ourselves of how Bivol looked against Canelo. That's Bivol's biggest win, isn't it? That's the one that everyone continually talks about because they make the comparisons between Canelo. Sorry, this is the first fight between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. What can Bivol do differently in this fight? Because I felt like he did everything correct.
Just a bit more activity would have worked. What we're seeing here, 2 free shots, go again. That little half a step back, go again, go again. But I will say, Beterbiev can do more earlier. Terence Crawford mentioned it there. We've all mentioned the last 3 rounds where he really come on strong. If he was to put more of a dent in Bivol, Sergio, earlier, would that be more effective later on in the stretch?
I think Beterbiev needs to start faster. He needs to go to the body because the body is going to keep Bivol from moving left to right. So you can actually hit him one way to get him to stop there. Then you can unleash the combinations. And for Bivol, he needs to finish stronger. So they kind of alternate their game plans. You know, Bivol started early and Beterbiev ended late. So if they can switch it around the middle, that's going to matter. Ultimately, it's going to look similar, but man, the best man's going to win. I know that.
Well, look, I guess we find out in about 24 hours. So we can stop talking, stop asking these questions and find answers. All right, we are part of the team on Saturday. Let's show you the rest of the team on Saturday as well. It really is a superstar talent. Who is that in the middle? Who's taking center stage there? Who's that next to him? Anthony Joshua. You can see the team there, Emily Austin. It is a full team, and we have you covered every single angle on Fight Night. Speaking of Emily Austin, she's with Barry Jones and Adam Smith. Emily, what's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. Not only is the fight card stacked, but so is the talent card, and obviously I'm biasly speaking here. But let me tell you something. We have Saturday night a multi-track commentary in 10 different languages, actually over 10 different languages, including German, Japanese, and Spanish. Of course, we have our English commentary with our very own Todd Grisham and Sergio Mora. In case that wasn't enough for you, we have more options like the gentleman standing right next to me. We got Adam Smith and Barry Jones. I mean, Adam, what a week it's been. Drama, chaos.
It's been a fight week like no other, really. I mean,
Truly.
2 changes. Josh Padley coming in on Tuesday. What an opportunity for him. An electrician from Yorkshire suddenly on this big stage against Shakur Stevenson. If that wasn't enough, Daniel Dubois is ill, and in comes Martin Bakole. What a name! And he's flying in as we speak, arriving in the early hours to fight on Saturday night against Joseph Parker. You can't make this up.
Yeah, it's one we're definitely not going to forget. I mean, it's quite impressive, actually, how we have such a stacked card, even with 2 dropouts last minute. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, to get Martin Bakole out of the hat like that, you know, a real world-class heavyweight who probably deserves a shot at the world title. So arguably, it's just as an exciting fight as the Parker versus Dubois fight was going to be. So we don't lose anything there. So it still is the greatest fight card of all time.
Yes, I hear he's on his way. I think he has a layover in Ethiopia, but he'll be arriving at 2 a.m. Lastly, give me your thoughts on the main fight.
Well, it's fantastic. It was great first time around, so intriguing, elite class. It was wonderful to watch. I thought Bivol nicked it last time. Beterbiev, I think, will start faster. I think he has to. I think he left it a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Bivol's got to change it as well. He's got to stand with him. It's going to be a close fight. I'm leaning slightly towards Beterbiev.
Really?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Bivol. I just think, I think even though Beterbiev maybe has the chance to adapt a little bit more, this starting fast thing that people are talking about, he's been setting his ways for so long, it's going to be difficult to do that. But I think Bivol can maybe finish a little bit stronger potentially, and I think he can also get another attack in when he has a bit of success. So I'm going to edge Bivol, but in a fight of this magnitude with these quality fighters, anything could happen.
Yeah, literally anything could happen. It was a close fight to begin with, but there's only one way to find out. Remember, DAZN is the place to watch The Last Crescendo and remains the undisputed home of boxing. Ade?
Undisputed global home of boxing is on DAZN, where the greatest fighters in the world and the best promoters in the game come together.
We got a fight tomorrow, man!
For boxing in 2025, that means more.
What does the future look like?
More fights, more knockouts, more shocks, more shakeups.
The fight itself was just phenomenal.
With big fights every month and over 150 a year, imagine what matchups could happen next. There will be more contenders at all the weights for all the belts, from rising stars to superstars.
Are you not entertained?
At venues all over the planet with unbeatable broadcast talent.
Hello, people.
Good to have you with us this evening.
Experts, analysis, champions, legends.
It's that first punch that lands dictates who's going to win.
Nobody brings you closer to the action anywhere, on any device.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Because if the fight is on, it's on DAZN, the global home of boxing.
All right, let's remind you of the fight card coming your way on Saturday. Things get underway at 6:30. The first prelim fight, Ziad Almayouth will take on Jonas de Oliveira. And then we get going at 7 o'clock, the pay-per-view portion of the card. Mohamed Alalek will kick things off against Henghao Gomez. Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith, an all-British affair. Then it's the big boy, Zhili Zhang versus Agit Kabayel. And then it gets even better. It really does. Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Israel Madrimov. Carlos Adames will take on Hamza Shirez in defense of his WBC World Middleweight crown. Shakur Stevenson does stay on the card. He takes on Josh Padley. Joseph Parker takes on Martin Bakole. And Artur Beterbiev will take on Dimitri Bivol for all the marbles at 175 pounds. Hello. That's a fantastic shot, isn't it? It really is. Wow. Look at that. I mean, we pulled out all the gadgets, haven't we? Look, it's been an incredible fight week. It really has. We've had a bit of drama, a bit up and down, but the fight card stays intact. The greatest fight card ever. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
This is a pretty extreme job.
Every time I died, they just printed me out again. That's some crazy technology. But one day, changed everything. Multiples.
Multiples are Satan's work.
Let's kill him. We got a job to do. It was a fight to the death. This time I wasn't scared.
Mickey 17 in cinemas March 7. Book tickets now.
Hello, darlings. Aunt Helga. Futuristic scooters, old school website. Relax, web upgrades, I own them. Better design, e-commerce, and smart AI. Now you're fit for the future. I scoot off now. Your digital partner, Ionos.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.